What's up, guys? So today I'm doing some reel cleaning. I figured I should probably make a video just to see if I can help anyone else who's trying to clean their reels. I know there's probably a lot of guys out there that know that their reels need cleaned, but they don't want to pay for someone to do it, and they don't want to do it themselves. So I'm going to run through this. This is a Abu Garcia 6500 Rocket. This actually isn't mine. It's a buddy of mine's. This reel is very similar to the ones that I use, which is the 6500 big games. The main difference is they have the mechanical clicker on them, and they have the side spool control here, which I really like. So yeah, so far I've been using mine for about a year now, and I really like it. So alright, let's start tearing this thing apart. By the way, disclaimer, I'm not a professional reel cleaner. I do this in my free time. I might not do it the right way, but this is the way I do it. And if you don't like the way I do it, well, you can go, fuck. If you don't like the way I do it your way, or don't do it at all. This is just me trying to help people. Alright, so let's go through what you're going to need. Flathead screwdriver, Phillips, some reel grease. This is Cow's. It was recently suggested to me by someone, and I really like it so far. Abu Garcia reel oil. You're going to need a couple of soapy water toothbrushes, your reel, and some coffee. Alright, so reel grease versus reel oil. Basically for me, the rule of thumb is if it's a pin or a bearing, I'm using reel oil. If it's some sort of mating or moving surface, I'm using grease. That's how I determine what I put where. Okay, so let's start tearing this down. What you want to do is when you start taking things apart, I've got one dirty work surface, one clean work surface. So a lot of these components that I'm taking apart here, as I take them apart, I'll be cleaning these small ones, and I'm going to be laying them out as I took them off. So when I go to reassemble, I know what goes where, basically. Pull this guy off. That's the fun part. We're going to save that for last. Spool pin comes out of here. Pretty sure this comes, yeah, that comes off there. This is surprisingly clean in here. Hit these bearings with a touch of oil. Same with the spool here, or spool pin. That's clean. That's clean. Pop your other side off here. Don't lose these. There's 3 of them. Get a drink of coffee. Okay. That pops right off. If it's this dirty, you're probably going to want to go ahead and disassemble this all the way, just so you can kind of re-lube it and whatnot. For the most part, I don't really take apart the clickers too much. They're pretty simple. I might hit it with some grease or some oil, but since that is a moving face, I would probably hit it with some grease. Other than that, just get you a toothbrush and go to town. Alright, typically if your reel is not functioning properly, if the level line's not working, things like that, this is usually your problem right here. You got your worm gear, and then there's a little piece that sticks up in those gears that's called the paw. That piece is fairly delicate, so if you get any sand or dirt or anything in here, it can bend that paw over and it's going to stop your level line from working properly. So if you got an issue with that, start here. This is pretty self-explanatory once you start taking it apart. Okay, now that you got this guy all cleaned up, basically what you need to do is slide this guy in here, put that on first, make sure this level wind is in this notch up here. And what I like to do is I'll put a little bit of oil on that tip and then a little bit of oil in here. Then I'll insert that there. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Slide your paw in. Put your cap on. Alrighty. Get your retainer in. And there you go. Okay. 2 screws on this guy. If these are dirty, just take them to a paper towel or something, clean them up. Hit them with the toothbrush or something if you have to. This should slide right off. Should be nice and dirty probably. Alright, here's your fun stuff. What I can do is I'll post a picture of this, so if you guys need a reference, you can kind of look at how everything goes. Boink. Alright, first thing you do, take this plastic piece off. And this pin right here is a tighter tolerance, so it kind of holds it. So once you lift up on that pin, this piece comes up. Make sure you don't lose this little guy right here. Set that aside. This guy comes up, set that to the side. This guy comes up, set that to the side. This arm sits on top. The release is next. And this piece just floats on the bottom. So once you disassemble, what you want to do is just go ahead and take a toothbrush to it and get both sides of this nice and clean. Alright, when you get to this part, what you're going to want to do is separate these out, keeping them in line with exactly how you took them out. Like so. And if you take this gear off, there's another little washer right here. There's a little tiny washer on the bottom. Don't lose that. Alright. You're going to want to keep these right here dry, but we're still going to want to clean up these gears. So carefully separate them from those. Alrighty. As far as the drag washers go, these carbon washers right here, some guys run them dry, some guys run them greased. I've recently been educated on kind of the difference, and I decided to basically convert all my reels into greased drag washers. So these are dry right now, so what we're going to do is we're going to apply a really thin coating of grease on all of them. And this Cal's works really good for this. Basically what I do is I'll get enough on there and then I'll just kind of spread it around with my fingers. If you don't want to do it this way, then well, don't do it this way. This is just how I do it. Okay. Once you're all greased up there, you're going to want to just reassemble the way you took her apart. Make sure this guy Sits on the bottom there. Okay. Come back to this guy. What you're going to want to do is every surface on here that, you know, there's a moving part, you're going to want to go ahead and put some grease on there. Alright, go ahead and reassemble. Put some grease on every mating surface here. Okie dokie. Drop this bee back down. Okay. This is the only gear right here that I kind of douse in grease, because I know there's gonna be a lot of contact and there's gonna be a ton of spinning. Okay. When you reassemble this, it's important that this piece here goes up against this piece here. So just keep that in mind as you kind of line it back up. Once you've got everything put together, the last thing I do is on this guy right here, this main gear right here, I'll come through and I'll grease the bottom of it. I'll grease the main gear, and we've already kind of went through and greased this gear, but you might want to hit that again too. And there you go. And what you're left with is this guy. Disassemble, just like before. Grab your toothbrush and have fun. So here you got a bunch of pin bearings. What you're going to want to do is, you know, basically do the best you can getting in there and kind of cleaning out any dirt and grime and things like that. And what I'll do is, you know, so I think some guys grease these and some guys oil these. I think there's probably grease in here, but what I do is I just add a really, really light coating of oil to these, and you know, that's about all I do. Alright, once you got all your nice clean parts sitting here, reassembly is the exact opposite of disassembly. One thing you're going to really want to pay attention to here is when you're pushing the side on, you're going to want all these little plastic things to be pushed towards the center, or else it won't seat properly. Okay, once it's all together, go through all the functions, verify everything works, and you're good to go. There you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps someone. If this didn't help you, well, again, you can go if this didn't help you, then you know, there's other videos out there that might be more suiting for you. So thanks again. Thanks for watching.